happen. In fact, even when the bloodline stuff started, about 2 months in, I was like, okay, I don't think this is going anywhere.
In a jaw-dropping moment that left the WWE Universe in absolute disbelief, Kevin Owens, once Sami Zayn's most loyal ally and friend, turned on him in the most ruthless way possible. A bond that had been built on years of shared struggles, triumphs, and respect was shattered in an instant, leaving fans to grapple with the fallout. Owens, the man known for his unwavering loyalty and his deep sense of camaraderie, revealed a darker, more calculated side of himself. This betrayal not only crushed their friendship, but also marked a pivotal turning point in the careers of both Owens and Zayn. The WWE Universe, shocked and heartbroken, was left wondering what the future would hold for these two superstars in this emotionally charged feud. A storied history, from allies to rivals. The relationship between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn is one of the most intricate and compelling stories in WWE's modern history. To understand the magnitude of Owens' betrayal at the Royal Rumble 2025, we must look back at the years of history and shared moments between the two men. Their bond traces all the way back to the independent wrestling scene, where both Owens and Zayn, under their ring names Kevin Steen and El Generico, formed a friendship built on mutual respect and a shared love of the business. The two were at the forefront of the independent wrestling scene, particularly in Ring of Honor, ROH, where they earned a reputation as two of the most talented, aggressive, and technically gifted competitors. In ROH, Owens and Zayn went toe-to-toe in some of the most heated and brutal matches of their careers. However, there was an unspoken respect between the two, and despite their rivalries in the ring, their friendship never seemed to waver. After their transition to WWE, they continued to build on that bond, forming a dominant tag team that captured the hearts of fans everywhere. Together, they held championship gold, overcame countless challenges, and forged a legacy as one of WWE's most beloved duos. But behind the scenes, cracks were beginning to form. The once unbreakable connection between Owens and Zayn was starting to fray, leading to tensions that would eventually explode in the most shocking way possible. Tension brewing, diverging paths in WWE. As Owens and Zayn's partnership flourished on screen, the pressure of success and ambition began to drive a wedge between them. Zayn, always the emotional and passionate one, began to sense that Owens was becoming increasingly self-absorbed and focused on his individual success. The harmony that once defined their relationship began to crumble, as Owens, who had once fought alongside Zayn for the greater good, became more withdrawn, more intent on chasing personal glory. Zayn, ever the loyal friend, sought to confront Owens about these growing changes, but Owens seemed distant, increasingly lost in his own ambitions. Their once shared goals and the dreams they had built together seemed to fade in the shadow of Owens' desire to break free from their partnership and prove himself as an individual force in WWE. With each passing day, their connection weakened, setting the stage for an eventual betrayal that would leave fans reeling. The first betrayal. NXT. Takeover. Our evolution. The seeds of Owens' betrayal were sown long before Royal Rumble 2025. The first real fracture in their bond occurred during NXT Takeover. Our evolution in December 2014. Zayn, having finally won the NXT Championship, was at the pinnacle of his career. This moment was supposed to be the culmination of years of hard work, a celebration of everything he had fought for. But in a shocking and heartless twist, Owens, in a moment of pure rage and malice, attacked his friend. After Zayn's victory, Owens brutally assaulted him, driving his former ally to the mat with an intensity and violence that left fans speechless. In that moment, Owens made it clear that he was no longer Zayn's friend. The NXT Championship, once a symbol of Zayn's dreams, was now a prize that Owens would stop at nothing to claim. This betrayal was more than just a physical attack. It was an emotional wound that would leave scars on both men, changing their careers and their relationship forever. The months that followed saw a bitter rivalry unfold, one that was personal and deeply emotional. Their matches weren't just about competition, they were about pride, revenge, and redemption. Each encounter between Owens and Zayn was more than a battle for titles. It was a fight to restore honor, to reclaim what had been lost, and to prove who was the true champion, both in the ring and in their own hearts. The Royal Rumble 2025, the night of transformation. The Royal Rumble 2025 was supposed to be a night of celebration, a showcase of WWE's top superstars. For Kevin Owens, however, it would mark the moment of transformation, the moment when he shed his past and embraced a darker, more ruthless version of himself. Owens, driven by the desire to prove he was still the most dangerous force in WWE, faced off against defending champion Cody Rhodes in a brutal ladder match. This high-risk, high-stakes encounter pushed both men to their limits, with ladders and steel chairs becoming weapons in their war for the undisputed WWE Championship. Despite his valiant efforts, Owens couldn't overcome Rhodes. The night ended with Rhodes retaining the title, but something about Owens felt off. His usual arrogance had been replaced by a silence, a chilling withdrawal that sent an unsettling signal to the WWE Universe. Fans wondered whether the silence was simply due to the aftermath of the match, or whether there was something deeper at play, a dark transformation that was beginning to take hold of Owens. At the betrayal. Unveiled. A cold and calculated attack. The following night on WWE Raw, the truth behind Owens' transformation came to light. Sami Zayn, fresh off a grueling battle with CM Punk, took to the ring to express concern over Owens' recent behavior. Zayn, ever the empathetic friend, hoped to reach out to his old ally, to offer support and possibly mend the fractures in their relationship. What happened next would alter the course of their feud and their lives forever. The unmistakable sound of Kevin Owens' entrance music echoed throughout the arena, and fans jumped to their feet, anticipating a possible reconciliation. Instead, what emerged was a man who was unrecognizable from the Owens they once knew. His face was cold, his eyes filled with venom, and his body language was unmistakably hostile. Without a word, Owens attacked Zayn, launching a brutal, no-holds-barred assault on his former friend. The strikes were violent and relentless, each blow serving as a reminder of how far Owens had fallen from the man he once was. Zayn's pain was palpable, not just physical, but emotional, as the betrayal shattered their years of friendship in an instant. The once beloved Kevin Owens had become something else entirely, a monster driven by ambition, resentment, and a thirst for dominance. The WWE Universe, who had long supported him, watched in horror as Owens showed just how far he was willing to go to achieve his goals. The emotional weight of this attack sent shockwaves through the WWE locker room and beyond, as fans struggled to reconcile the man they had once loved with the cold, calculated villain who had just emerged. The fallout. WWE Universe reacts. The immediate fallout from Owens' betrayal was felt across the WWE Universe. Fans who had followed Owens and Zayn from their early days in the independent circuit to the highest peaks of WWE were left stunned, unable to fathom how their once unbreakable bond had crumbled so violently. The reactions from the WWE superstars themselves were just as intense, with many expressing their shock and disappointment over Owens' actions. Seth Rollins, never one to shy away from controversy, wasted no time condemning Owens for what he had done. Rollins, who had experienced his own share of betrayals in the past, labeled Owens a snake and warned that this attack would tarnish Owens' legacy forever. His words resonated with fans, who flooded social media with messages of disbelief, frustration, and sadness over what had transpired. Karrion Kross, ever the enigmatic figure in WWE, hinted that there might be more to Owens' attack than met the eye. Some fans speculated that Owens might have aligned himself with a darker faction, while others believed the attack was a result of Owens finally embracing his chaotic, destructive side. Regardless of the motivation, one thing was clear. Owens had crossed a line, and there was no going back. The future of Owens and Zayn, a rivalry reborn. As the WWE Universe tries to make sense of this stunning betrayal, one thing is certain: this rivalry is far from over. Owens and Zayn's journey has taken an unexpected and heartbreaking turn, but it has also set the stage for what could be the most intense and emotionally charged feud in WWE history. Both men are now on a collision course, driven by personal vendettas, old wounds, and the desire for redemption. What comes next for Owens and Zayn? Will Zayn find a way to rise above this betrayal and get his revenge? Or will Owens continue his path of destruction, proving that no one is safe from his ruthless ambition? The WWE Universe is left to watch in anticipation, knowing that this feud will only get more intense as it unfolds. The saga of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn has entered a new chapter, one defined by betrayal, pain, and the relentless pursuit of glory. Whatever happens next, it will undoubtedly go down as one of the most compelling and dramatic rivalries in WWE history. Sami Zayn's response: the search for redemption. In the aftermath of Kevin Owens' brutal attack, the WWE Universe was left to wonder about the fate of both men. For Sami Zayn, the betrayal wasn't just a personal wound. It was a devastating blow to his career. Having spent years by Owens' side, believing in the strength of their friendship, Zayn found himself confronting the harsh reality of what had transpired. No longer was he the trusted companion of Owens, but a victim of his former friend's ruthless betrayal. Fans were left questioning: how would Zayn respond? Would he descend into vengeance, seeking to settle the score with a one-on-one showdown against Owens? Or would he take the high road, using the pain of betrayal as fuel to propel him forward in his career, without the weight of the past holding him back? As the weeks passed, fans speculated on Zayn's next move. Some believed that the deep emotional wound would ignite a fire of rage within him, pushing him toward a violent and personal rematch against Owens. Others, however, saw the opportunity for Zayn to rise above the darkness, using the betrayal as a source of inner strength that would elevate his future matches. The questions loomed large. Could Zayn maintain his focus on his career, or would the damage caused by Owens' actions define his journey going forward? The WWE Universe, eager to see how Zayn would rise from the ashes of his broken friendship, braced for the emotional and physical toll this confrontation would take on him. Whether he pursued redemption or revenge, Zayn's path forward would no longer be just about wrestling. It would be about reclaiming his honor. Thus Kevin Owens' dark transformation, what lies ahead? As for Kevin Owens, the motivations behind his shocking attack on Sami Zayn remained unclear. Was this act the product of a deeply personal vendetta, a long simmering resentment that had finally boiled over? Or was there something far darker at play? Fans, pundits, and fellow wrestlers alike were left to speculate. Had Owens joined a sinister faction, perhaps the Judgment Day, or had he simply snapped, embracing a chaotic, destructive side of himself that had long been buried beneath the surface? What was evident, however, was that Owens' character had undergone a profound transformation. The man who had once been known for his unflinching loyalty and camaraderie had become a cold, calculating force within WWE. His actions in the wake of his betrayal shattered the image fans had of him, leaving them unsure of who he truly was anymore. While some speculated that Owens' new behavior was part of a larger strategic plan, others felt it was the manifestation of a broken man, a person who had embraced the darker side of his personality to attain power and control. The question on everyone's mind was, could this be the beginning of a new chapter in Owens' career, one defined by chaos and unpredictability? Or could there be more to his transformation than meets the eye? Could Owens one day find a path to redemption, or had he crossed a line from which there was no return? As Owens' future unfolded, the WWE Universe watched with bated breath. His actions had irrevocably altered the trajectory of his career, leaving fans to wonder, was there still hope for the Kevin Owens they once admired, or had he become a villain beyond saving? A legacy shattered, the end of an era. The fallout from Kevin Owens' betrayal marked the end of an era for both men. For years, Owens and Zayn had been the epitome of friendship and shared triumph. Together, they had conquered the independent circuit, risen to prominence in WWE, and created some of the most compelling moments in the company's history. But in the blink of an eye, that bond was shattered, leaving them to navigate the emotional and professional aftermath. For Kevin Owens, the loss of his friendship with Zayn signified a pivotal shift in his career. No longer bound by the ties of camaraderie, Owens seemed ready to forge a new path, one that was darker, more self-serving, and filled with uncertainty. Whether he would continue down this new, villainous road or eventually seek redemption remained to be seen. The man who had once been a fan favorite now found himself at the center of a bitter rivalry, his legacy in WWE forever altered by his actions. On the other hand, Sami Zayn's future was equally uncertain. The betrayal had taken a profound emotional toll on him, and the question lingered. Could he overcome the pain and rise to the top once again? Would the damage done by Owens cripple his career, or would it fuel Zayn to climb higher than ever before? The emotional scars left by Owens' attack ran deep, but Zayn had proven time and again that he was resilient. Could this betrayal become the catalyst for his ultimate redemption? The end of their friendship had left an indelible mark on both men's careers, and the WWE Universe could only wonder what the future held for them. Would they find a way to heal the wounds and rebuild their respective legacies? Or would their rivalry define the next chapter in WWE history? Moving forward, redemption or revenge? With the emotional weight of Owens' betrayal looming large, the rivalry between these two men had reached a boiling point. The once cherished bond between Owens and Zayn had devolved into a bitter feud, and the question now was, what would come next? Would Zayn seek revenge, driven by the need to settle the score and regain the honor that had been ripped from him? Or would Owens' transformation into a darker figure make any future confrontation even more unpredictable and dangerous? For Zayn, the choice between redemption and revenge would be a defining moment in his career. He could focus on rebuilding himself and letting the emotional scars heal, using the pain as motivation to become stronger. Alternatively, he could dive into the bitterness of their rivalry, seeking vengeance at all costs. No matter the path he chose, Zayn's journey forward was bound to be complicated, an emotional battle that would shape his legacy for years to come. As for Owens, his new, unpredictable persona added an extra layer of intrigue to their rivalry. Would he continue to embrace this darker side, becoming a permanent villain in WWE? Or was there still a chance for Owens to redeem himself and return to the man he once was, fighting alongside his former friend? With his future now uncertain, Owens' next steps would be critical in defining his role within WWE. As the saga continues, what's next for Owens and Zayn? The rivalry between Owens and Zayn, once a story of friendship and loyalty, had turned into something far darker. The betrayal had irrevocably changed both men, leaving them to navigate the turbulent waters of WWE with uncertain futures. The WWE Universe, caught in the emotional fallout of this heart-wrenching saga, could only speculate on what would happen next. Will Zayn and Owens cross paths again in the ring? And if they do, will it be to settle the score with a high-stakes rematch, or will the bitterness between them lead to even darker consequences? What awaits these two superstars as they fight for redemption, revenge, and their own futures in WWE? One thing is clear. The emotional and professional fallout from Owens' betrayal will shape the future of both men, leaving an indelible mark on WWE history. As the saga unfolds, fans will be on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting the next chapter in this unforgettable and deeply personal rivalry.